In this lecture, we are going to discuss the third part is listening for information. This is, I think, like a bit difficult, okay, compared to first, second, and fourth. If someone is not scoring 34 marks in listening module, it is because of fifth, sixth, and the third section, okay, and you will hear the conversation, okay, and that will be followed by 6 questions, and as usual you cannot repeat the questions, okay. So let's start. Like, what is the scenario? So the scenario, you will hear a conversation where a man gets information about landscaping, okay, means some kind of garden related things, park, garden, okay, or maybe journal landscape also, okay, a public park, public landscape, so something like that, okay. Let's start. I will make my notes as usual.
Hi, welcome to King's Landscaping. What can I do for you?
Hi there. I'm having a problem with a tree in my backyard. I thought maybe I should ask an expert.
You've come to the right place. Our landscapers have over 20 years of experience. What seems to be the problem?
I have a very large maple tree, and I think it's rotting. It has fungus growth all over the trunk, and it has recently started to bend a little, like it's falling over. It blocks a lot of light to my living room windows anyway, so I thought maybe now is the time to remove it.
Large fungus growth sounds like heart rot disease. That's common in maple trees. It will decay maples from the inside out, often causing a hollow inside. I would recommend getting one of our tree removal experts to come look at it and give you a price estimate.
That's what I think too. I have a neighbor who offered to remove it for free, but the tree is very close to a power line, so I don't want any accidents. Also, there might be some difficulty with removing the tree. I live on a steep hillside overlooking a lake, and my backyard is quite small.
I agree with you. Removing trees around power lines can be dangerous and should only be handled by professionals. The space of the property shouldn't be a problem, though. We have several ways that we can remove a tree if there is limited space. We can saw it into many pieces, or if your property is close to the water, we can bring in a boat to haul the tree.
Oh, great. Now, what about the remaining stump of the tree? The tree's pretty big. I would say the stump is at least 3 feet in diameter.
We grind it down to the ground, and then you can just let the lawn grow over it. Are you or any of your neighbors gardeners? We usually leave the wood chips from the stump to place around flower beds.
I'm not, but some of my neighbors are, and I'm sure they would love that. Wonderful. Let's book a time this week for someone to come out and take a look.
Okay, this was very long lecture, and before answering question itself, what I will do, I will show you my notes directly, okay. So here I go. Now here, like, I was trying to write everything and understand also, and another thing, I enjoy writing points, okay. Why I am saying like that? Because sometimes when students are getting 2-minute long lecture and audio, so when they start writing keywords, they get bored, they stop. Most of the time I have heard this comment, like after one point they stopped writing, they just started listening. So if you take interest in writing, like this is a conversation going on, let me show you my points. So I will highlight, okay. So see, this is my part 3. You may not be able to read, okay, it's not very clear writing, but anyway, see, my writing is for me only, okay. I don't want anyone to read it and answer questions, so for me it is more than enough, okay. King's Landscape, tree is a problem, 20 years experience they have. Maple tree, fungus, rot, bend, and it is blocking light. The lady said hard rot disease, inside out. Tree removal expert, steep hillside near lake, backyard is very small. They will like cut into many pieces. They can bring boat, stump, keep it in the ground, okay. And here I have written 3 feet. Yes, he said like stump is 3 feet in dia. They said they will grind it down and they will keep the wood chips near your flower beds. That's all. You have also heard the audio, right? Can you recollect everything? Yes. No, it's not like I am going to refer these points while answering question. No, I just wrote, forward to memorize. Now I can recollect everything. Let me jump onto the questions. First one.
Question 1.
Why did the man call the woman?
Why did the man call the woman? He has an unhealthy tree. He saw a tree. He wants some tree. He wants several trees. No, not several trees. Not some tree branches. Not a fallen tree. First one. Then second.
Question 2.
Why won't the man allow his neighbor to help?
The tree is in a difficult place. The tree is too tall. The neighbor hasn't. He dislikes. No. The tree is in a difficult place. Yes. There is a power line and I think there is a lake. He said something like that. Too tall and wide. Yes, too tall, but there is a power line. So it is in a difficult place. Okay. I think if anyone is answering anything incorrectly, it is going to be question number 2. Next one.
Question 3.
Which of the woman's suggestions is the man most pleased with?
That her company is used to small backyard. The power lines can be moved easily. No. That the tree stump will be cut to gross level. That the tree removal won't be too expensive. So expensive part no. Power lines can be moved no. So not second and fourth. What? That her company used to small backyards, because she said like we have 20 years of experience in, I think she said like in all the things. Okay. The tree stump will be cut to gross level. This is one part of the operation. There are many other things also. The person liked everything. So second and fourth can be eliminated, and out of first and two I will go for first one. Now you see, I don't have that much time. Okay, I cannot think for this much long. So you have to, before starting your audio, okay, and before starting your question, you have to be ready mentally. Okay, the moment you heard the question, you should get idea. Okay, this is the answer. Then try to match that answer with the options. Okay, next one.
Question 4.
Why does the woman ask if the man and his neighbors are gardeners?
Because wood chips from the trees are good for the gardens. Yes. Okay. Then her company might get some garden work. No. Because the tree might destroy the surrounding garden. No. They can plant flowers. No. So he said like she said like we can keep the wood chips near the flower beds, and he said like I am not the gardener but my neighbors are, so something like that. Okay. Next one.
Question 5.
Why is the man happy that the tree will be cut down?
It makes his living room dark. It shades the whole house. It makes his backyard feel too small. It drops too many leaves on his grass. So what? It drops. He did not say about leaves. He did not. He said like it is already very small. It shades his whole house. No. It makes his living room dark. Okay. I don't know like whether they discussed directly or not, but this was not discussed. He did not complain okay about this. He did not say like it is making his backyard too small. It is small only, so tree is not making it too small. It shades his whole house. No, I think I have written somewhere like it blocks like in one room. I don't know like bedroom or living room. What he said. So living room dark. That's all. If first option is, it means he said like living room dark. So that is our answer. Next one.
Question 6.
What decision do they make at the end of the conversation?
An expert will visit. Yes, an expert will cut down the tree this week. I don't think that they said like this week. The man will book an appointment this week. Yes, the woman will discuss the tree with her experts. No, they will visit first. So the man will book an appointment this week. Then the person will come, and then like the process will start. Okay, so that's all. Now I don't think like there is need to check answer, but anyway, just to show you, I'll go for the answer. So we have the part 3. Okay, he has an unhealthy tree. Tree is a difficult place. Company used too small. Wood chips good for gardens. It makes his living room dark, and then the man will book an appointment this week. Okay, So this is how I answer questions in this part. Okay, these are my notes. I did not refer my notes at all. Okay, but sometimes they can ask how much experience the company has, and in that case you should not think, okay, how much experience, 20, 16, whatever. Now if you can't recollect like what she said, if you have made notes you can refer those. Then they can ask, where is his home? Steep hillside. In the exam you may not get uh, this much simple question, okay, like what I got, but even if questions are difficult, they still will be from these notes only. They can ask about the address, they can ask about their experience, and what kind of disease, heart rot disease, inside out, what it does, like it makes the inner side hollow, something like that. Now see, even I can recollect those minute details also. Okay, anyway, I am done with this. Now please jump to the next lecture where I am going to discuss news item. Okay, listen to a news item question type. Okay, so that's all guys, thank you very much.